Heyo, welcome back. Seems like we have a lot of new people here, but let's not change up things too much. Sleeping in VR seems like such an absurd idea for someone to go through, myself included. But after I discussed the idea of doing it with some friends who just thought the idea was funny, I decided to take it a bit more seriously and did some research. But when doing some research on the topic, I realized barely anyone does more than one night, and I found that really weird because you'd want to immerse yourself in something that you're talking about. I decided to document the process that I went through each night so that even you could learn how to sleep in VR if you obviously are very careful with this. Night 1 was simply just me, my headset, and that's it. And how did that go? Alright, it is currently 2:22 in the morning. I'm fucking tired as shit, but also really stressed because, not just because of this, but also because of what I know it's coming. We're just gonna go upstairs to the bed area, and yeah, I'm gonna just sleep from there. Let's just get sleeping, or whatever. I quickly found out that my controllers for my headset, the Reverb G2, are really bad and honestly are not meant for going anywhere that isn't in front of your face. So you're gonna notice throughout each night as things get worse and worse. Why is my arm on my face? You go over here now. You're being punished. Fuck you. Okay. So, thoughts so far? This is going to be hell. I don't know yet why people do this. Damn, this is a fucking brick on my head, and wow, it feels weird. The first night usually isn't that bad, but for me, being in a hot environment that just kept getting hotter because I didn't adjust anything for that, I was waking up every hour super tired and just wanting to stop. And so I got really bad sleep that night. Night 2 is where things start to change up a bit as I'm putting on my full body, and now I have to deal with that as well because it's got its quirks. Okay, so it is currently 3:28 a.m. It is late as shit. There's some bread cat thing following me in this world called Cuddle Me. So the bread cat down there is going to be the star of the show tonight while I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, those full body issues that I mentioned are pretty bad, honestly. Oh. That's a full night. That was so much better. Not because of the full body tracking, but because of the changes that I made to my environment. I did wake up a couple times, obviously, but that was way better than before. After night 2, I'm not gonna lie, I almost crashed my car that day, but aside from that, I think I'm starting to get in a much better spot, and I really want to see how much further I can take this. Night 3 was just all about muting my mic and joining an instance. I could be with basically anyone if they were to join me, but I'm not joining them because that comes later. It is currently 3:17. I am staying up way too fucking late for these. But yeah, I'm gonna go over there in a minute, and so we'll see what happens. It was actually surprising to see how many people sleep in VR. There was always at least one instance open that I could join in on people, even now. Tracking's a little off, but I don't really care that much. It gives the general idea. I can already say this. This feels pretty comfy. I'm gonna move this. People were free to join me if they wanted, and someone actually did, but they ended up pretzeling themselves. Got to turn on the ceiling fan. Let's go. I don't know when they showed up. I survived another day of sleeping in VR, and I am tired. Still got so much to learn about this shit, though. Oh my god, I am tired, though. I wish I had the big screen beyond, but I am broke, so we're gonna ignore that. I joke, but if you do want to support me, you can subscribe, do all the stuff that people tell you to do, but also my Ko-Fi is linked in the description. Any amount goes a long way towards helping the production value and just being able to make better projects that I wouldn't be able to make right now. Anyway, on to night 4, where it's mostly a similar idea to night 3, where I'm isolating myself from the other people. However, I am unmuting my mic, so anything I may say will be put out to other people. Yo, it is currently 2:51 a.m. I am tired as fuck. It's day 4, so let's just get right into it. Like I said, my full body still has some hiccups, but it's not like it attract the attention of anyone that would be nearby and potentially wake me up by setting off fireworks, right? Okay, so I did it. Nice. Angling yourself at all instead of just sleeping very flat? Bad idea. Lay very flat. It is so much better. So after finishing up night 4, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable doing this, and I think with a few more adjustments, there's not really much more I need to do. Night 5 is now one of the biggest changes that I've had to make to this, as not only do I have to actually be in an instance with other people, but also be in close proximity. And initially I was worried that other people would sort of push me away, but everyone was super accepting and nice. The time is 4:25 a.m. It is... Yes, I know it is late, but I have been fucking working on videos and shit, and I am just... not too tired. It's kind of nice how non-gatekeepy everything is. You can just join in an instance, see some people, and just join up with them. Nobody really minds. This told me to have a good sleep. I'm gonna certainly try my best to. Nobody really seemed to mind me having a camera there at all. They all just did as they would, but someone did make it clear that I did leave my camera on. Okay, so... yeah, I actually pulled it off this time. There's really not much more for me to add. I mean, I woke up twice, and that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Plus, it's literally like 11. So with that, night 5 is over. That was actually one of the coziest nights that I've had, and I really did enjoy something like that. But we're about to get to the craziest night. This is the point of the video now where it becomes less about the sleep itself and more about the environment that I immerse myself in, because now I have to sleep with a group of friends. There isn't really much that I'm changing in terms of strategy. It's been a hot minute since I've slept in VR, so I don't know if it's gonna go better or worse with other people, because it's a completely different thing than anything I've done previously. Hopefully it goes well, but I just got an invitation from Tibber, so I'm gonna go accept it and see what happens. I wanted to get a decent few people in on this, so I asked the FMDP crew to help me set up something, but there was a lot more people willing to join than I realized. Before we all went to sleep, we spent about 3 hours just fucking around, which may have taken a bit of a hit on my full body battery, but honestly we just had a blast doing that.
Joe's team began to feel the presence of something watching them, something otherworldly. Out of the darkness emerged a tall, faceless figure clad in a black suit. Of course, it was Slender Man himself.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know, but he was holding it.
What are these?
Holy's broken.
Someone needs to make like a little grip flip. Can I put it on my neck?
I don't want to put this on my...
collar.
Oh, fuck that. Alright, we're going for an adventure.
Alright, no scary stories. Bye, guys.
Timber yo-yo.
Choke me harder!
Okay, you're getting let go now. Actually, nah. Fuck that shit.
Hold up.
Alright, fuck you. Tibber Pinata. Everyone swing at him. Once we actually got to the part where we're all supposed to actually sleep, not everyone was clearly there for that.
It's getting quieter. Oh my god.
Oh, I can make it not quiet. I can keep fucking going for another like hour and a half.
Shut.
I'll keep fucking
Shut.
going.
Shut.
I'll fucking eat your ass. Shut up.
Oh, here we go. We got Resh and drawn in.
This is so much fun.
Duke, you're kind of gay. You're also kind of gay. And Kalenia, you're both kind of gay. But mainly Tibber and Rash, they're very gay.
Fuck you. Those 3 hours we actually spent at the beginning really did a number on our full body, and it ended up messing some things up for us.
Hey, bitch. Good morning.
Yeah, I think my full body tracking died. Weird.
I'm a car.
Someone drew fucking cat face on me.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a blast. Man, that really felt like a real sleepover. It was great.
Yeah, I feel like I've done all I can really do to improve the quality of life changes for sleeping in VR, besides remembering to turn the fan up on high instead of medium. Alright, I'm gonna get off. I'll see y'all later.
See
Thanks,
you later.
thanks for coming.
Of course. Thanks for, having this idea and setting it up.
Yeah. Obviously, we had a blast with Night 6, and honestly, I felt really comfy aside from the couple times I was woken up. But Night 7 had a couple complications. And by complications, I mean my audio just didn't record that entire night, so I just lost all of it. Night 7 was about being in a fully public lobby with many people there that were not known, so having to go do that again was really mentally draining to think about, but I have to commit to this. This is it. For real this time. No more bullshit. I made sure the audio is fucking working this time, and I am not dealing with that shit. Or I am just so stressed and really don't want to have to do this again. Holy fucking shit. 40 fucking people. Oh my god. The goal? Make it to 9 a.m. It is currently 1:30. Ish. But should be fine. You'd think an instance of like 40 people would be absolute chaos the entire night, but surprisingly, it was very little of that actually. I didn't even know if I was ready for this at this point, but when I noticed through the footage that someone was blasting whatever they were through their mic, I didn't even budge from it. Alright, that's the final actual night. What the hell happened? Why was that so much better? There were like 40 people there, man. It's kind of cool, like making a triumph through this, studying what works about it, what doesn't, and making adjustments accordingly. That was actually a really fucking cool thing. Like, I actually kind of want to try doing something like that again, except not fucking up my sleep schedule. So now that I've shown my insight from basically just a week of doing something like this, let's see some insight from people who've done months to years of this. So, what got you into sleeping in VR?
So for me, it was like sort of just natural. Like I fell asleep once and then didn't look back.
I think I was in a world that was just me one day, and I just wondered if I could sleep in VR. So I just laid down in bed, made a guardian, and like tried to sleep.
One day I just wanted to try it out. I was feeling tired. I just went into a world, fell asleep pretty fast, which was surprising. I was not too uncomfortable, which I heard a lot of people holler at first.
The first time I didn't succeed. For some reason I really wanted to try again because my room is really boring. The VRChat worlds are really nice, like this world's really nice. You know, you kind of want to sleep here and not in your world, so, and eventually I learned how.
So the next question is, what benefits have you found from sleeping in VR?
For me personally, it is the environment, which is not unlike a sleepover. So if you're someone like me who didn't get sleepovers growing up, you kind of get to catch up on what you missed out. Getting to talk with people late night and then to fall asleep with friends.
To me, I think most of the benefits I found were that like I'd let myself fall asleep in VR, which meant I was typically going to bed a little bit earlier. A lot of the people in VR are very like night owl, and when you start getting into that like rhythm of being a night owl, like you never you end up sleeping at like 5 a.m. right? I do have like friends and stuff that it helps like with this insomnia and stuff like that. Like being around other people is very powerful.
I feel it's a bit easier for me to fall asleep in VR. In the past year, I would try to not go in VR just because I had an exam the other day or something important to do. But I found myself not being able to sleep, so I just went back into VR and fell asleep immediately. Maybe it's something like sleeping with the ambience or with people that's helping me sometimes.
And the final question is there anything you'd like to add to the audience? Any, like, notes, tips, anything?
If you want to get into VR sleeping, don't give up after the first time. It's something I hear a lot. Finding friends for it helps a lot.
It's not for everyone, but for those who it's for, it's a lot of fun. So all we need to know is to try it. And try it a few times because there's usually a few hurdles to climb over, you know, getting the headset to be comfortable or whatever. But if it works out for you, well, enjoy.
I think there's things that like if you're gonna sleep right and you come into like a rest and sleep, like a random like sleep world public, let's say, it's a lot different when you're in a random world and someone comes like in screaming and yelling, right? Staying out of publics, especially for like your first time sleeping in VR is a good idea. Sleeping is very like associated with like cuddling. So that's like a whole thing, like I said, the power of like being around other people, and lots of people like to cuddle while they sleep, right? But just like being aware of like not everyone wants to cuddle. Typically if someone wants to cuddle, they'll have it in their bio, like, or their status or something, and then that's like an invitation. But not everyone wants to do that, so just like be aware of that. And typically you don't like cuddle up next to someone who's already asleep.
Thank you for taking the time to come out here, do all this, and yeah. Just everything, like, I really appreciate it. But with everything that I've discussed, and obviously some things being more scary than others, how should you be starting your sleep experience? With all these big commitments that I've been taking each night, you could be sleeping during the day and just take a nap with some people. It's really that simple. So, this is it. The last time I'll need to do this. Alright, I should probably, find a comfy spot. Oh, well, this works. One last time. That was a lot easier to digest than sleeping a whole goddamn night. Oh my god. If you are brand new to this and do actually want to try it out, please take this route and just take a nap through this. It's such a surreal experience to actually go through, and I would recommend it to anyone who's even mildly interested. But that's all I really have to say on that topic. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop some support in any way you feel you should, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all.